Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Sleep. Today starts Good Sleep Day for July, but it's also the end of first week of the anniversary event. It's the end of week 1. So let's head in and check out last night's sleep data, see how things have gone, see how things are going to unfold with some more our last bit of fun news. Wonderful. Full 100 sleep score. A little bit less time, but that's okay. Good chunk of slumbering to get things started. I was a little bit tuckered out, but not a lot again past about 4 a.m. It's a fun, interesting trend. Dozing wins out today, though. At least for this research, it's still pseudo-balanced, so thankfully that doesn't have a direct impact on things. Alright, 152 million drowsy power. Because we are getting that 1.5 times multiplier. Full house, and this time it's a little bit more balanced. We got 1, 2, 1, 3, and 1 4-star. Yeah, let's see who showed up. I don't know if I'm going to go 3 for 3, but it's fun to think if that might happen today. Okay, so we got Pichu with top belly, Sprigatito taking a nice little cat nap there. We got Fuecoco, Mankey, Toxicroak. Aww, Umbreon. We also got Butterfree and Metapod. Alright, so not 3 for 3 today. That was crazy though, 2 shinies in 2 consecutive days. But there are new sleep styles in there. Got Umbreon and Crescent Sleep. This is my first wild Umbreon? Sure is. When exposed to the moon's aura at night, the rings on its body glow. It's said to be nocturnal, so it might be very difficult to find an Umbreon sleeping at night. And we got Butterfree. Scale, Scattering, Sleep. Try saying that 3 times fast. I guess it's kind of like stretching its wings out. Apparently, yeah. Yeah, I've seen this before. Thought this was my first, like, wild Butterfree. Still don't have the 1-star, which is fun. Excuse me. Alright. Who's hungry? At least one of you is. Okay. That's a little bit back to a little bit more normalcy. So, we did get a whole chunk of biscuits as a thank you gift for day 6. More diamonds for today's gift. That's good. So, I still want to collect some more Paldean starters because I still haven't gotten ones that were specialists of their basic ingredient. So, Sprigatito all potatoes, Fuecoco all apples. I would like to take the Butterfree and Umbreon home, but without them being hungry, that's just a big chunk of biscuits I do not want to spend right now. So, we're going to try to take both Fuecoco and Sprigatito home. Fuecoco prioritized only because all of the ones that I've gotten that have been good have been apple sausage. And at least the Sprigatito that I took home first was potato, milk potato. And I'm alright using a Great Biscuit in this case. Want to definitely try to make sure that I take it home. And I know that I can, like, do it in the, like, do a couple of basic biscuits, try to get a bigger hit. Wonderful. Works out the way I want it to anyway. Do want to save some of these biscuits for next week. Thankfully, once we get past Monday, I'm just going to go through the shop and spend down to 4,000 sleep points so I can restock on my biscuits and still have enough for August's Master Biscuit. Okay, so I accomplished what I wanted here. The Pichu's hungry. And we just get the big hit there. May as well take advantage of that while it's here. Because some of them you will notice that I've got some work on them. So this at least gives me some leeway if I get an event task that says, you know, befriend X Pokemon. These just set them up for success. I don't need them right this second. I've got pretty good versions of everything else that's already had some progress on it. I'm just going to focus on the things that are really more on my want list. But with that, that'll wrap up snack time for today. And we'll check some stats next. While some of the rare spawns are good, I'm going to share out some more starter candy. And since it was Fuecoco yesterday, I'm going to send out some Sprigatito today. Alright, that is a nice big chunk of XP and Dream Shards. Alright, Fuecoco, first up. Mild-mannered. Alright, better. So apple, sausage, apple. That at least can work. Ingredient Finder, M. Skill Trigger. Helping speed, inventory up, skill level up is also good, especially since it's the last one that it unlocks. And ingredient finding up. Because the energy recovery is effectively getting wiped out with the fact that it recharges itself on skill activations. And that can be sub-skill seeded to skill trigger M, which, yeah. Alright. This, depending if I need sausage or I need apples, I think I finally got my Fuecocos locked down. This is fantastic. Alright. Next up. I don't really need another one, because I've got one that's got at least potatoes in the beginning and end slot, but I wouldn't mind also just trying to roll the dice to see. Alright, same loadout. Hope for potato, potato, potato. Helping speed, inventory up, ingredient finder, skill trigger, and inventory up. Speed of help down. Okay. That is not so great. The sub-skills are good, and in a relatively good order. But speed of help is not super helpful. Especially when I have one that is better. Well, is it better? I'm going to compare these two once we get back. I think, though, I have more of a feeling that the one first is going to be a little bit better. I just got to remember the nature. Catch so many of them, I can't keep it all straight. So, some extra EXP because of good sleep day, some more energy recovered, thanks to sub skills, and a little bit of sneaky stacking. I did roll over into Master 14 right before bed last night, and that was great. Oh, recovery incense back from the reward stamp. Tonight is the height of the good sleep day, so do make sure to get to bed on time. If you have any focus or EXP incense, this is a great time to use it. We have completed all missions for the week, so we're got nothing else to push for. And I've seen this. I've only just noticed this in the last couple of days. I guess I've been super lucky with just the placement of my Pokemon on the field relative to the Dream Gift. Oh. I guess that's a big enough hitbox. What do I got today? Quaxley incense. Yay. That is good. That makes me happy. Because Quaxley is also one that I want to try to find a better one of. So before I move on to the news and get our last bit of big news for the event, I'll look at this Sprigatito. So this is the first one that I got. So it's got potatoes in the first and third slots, so it's still going to pull in a good chunk of potatoes. I think it's loaded out very similarly to Golem that I've got, except instead of milk, it's got soybeans. Ingredient finders in the first slot, helping speed M. Helping speed M, inventory ups, both inventory ups, and skill trigger. Let's put them side by side so I can, well, get the shiny in between. So, ingredient finder, helping speed, inventory ups, skill trigger. This one's got also both inventory ups, small and medium. They're just spread out differently. And the 73% one is main skill chance up, which is good in combination with the skill trigger at 100. Whereas this one does not have any main skill help, and it's slower. Now that helping speed S can be subskill seeded to helping speed M, same thing with ingredient finder S, you need that to be in ingredient finder M. But I think this one's just a little bit better. Just not having to worry about having that speed of help down. And for the fact that it's got main skill chance up, with being able to add more space to the pot. Alright. So, we'll see. I'll see how the calculator susses everything out. Because one of the other things that I'll look at before wrapping up today is kind of like what things have been through this first week, because that's going to help make the decision of where I go tomorrow, because the anniversary event is going to continue, but it's going to be now a matter of what campsite do you want to go to. Alright, I've delayed long enough. Let's go take a look at the news. Day 7. A new feature is coming soon. Good night ribbons. Well, thankfully, I wasn't banking on New Island, but new feature is also something I probably should have thought might happen. Let's read. Thank you for playing Pokémon Sleep. As part of the first anniversary fest, we've been announcing new information about Pokémon Sleep each day for a week. Our announcement for Day 7 is about the new Good Night Ribbon feature. This new feature is meant to help you feel closer to your helper Pokémon. We plan to add it during an update in early August. See below for more details. So this is also part of that big early August update. What is a Good Night Ribbon? Helper Pokemon can now get a Good Night Ribbon based on the amount of sleeping time you've shared. Note, you can see a Pokemon's Good Night Ribbon along with its effects and your shared sleep time on the Pokemon details screen. From the home screen, tap on Pokemon, then Pokemon Box, and then on the individual Pokemon. Getting a Good Night Ribbon will raise some of the Pokemon's helping stats. The effects it has on stats depends on which of 4 levels of Good Night Ribbon it is, and these levels are unlocked based on the amount of sleeping time shared with that helper Pokemon. Also, if you reach the 3rd level of Ribbon, you'll get a special profile icon for that Pokemon. In addition, if that helper Pokemon is still able to evolve, then it will get an additional boost to its helping stats. With the effects of the Good Night Ribbon, it may be easier to include unevolved Pokemon that couldn't help much before on your team. Note, the number of times a Pokemon can evolve depends on which Pokemon are included in Pokemon Sleep. Good Night Ribbon effects. Ribbon level 1, 200 hours of shared sleeping time. Gets an additional carry limit. Ribbon level 2, 500 hours of sleeping time shared. Carry limit is increased by 2. If the Pokemon can still evolve, for example Pikachu, its helping frequency is shortened by 5%. If the Pokemon can still evolve twice, Pichu as the example here, its helping frequency is shortened by 11%. Ribbon level 3, 1,000 hours of sleeping time shared. 3 additional carry limit, and a special profile icon. Then level 4, 2,000 hours of sleeping time. Carry limits increased by 2. Alright, we'll come back to that in a sec. If the Pokemon can still evolve, so if it's Pikachu, its helping frequency is shortened by 7%, for a total of 12% shorter. And if the Pokemon can still evolve twice, it's shortened by 14% for a total of 25% shorter. Note, each level's effects will be added as you unlock them. Example, if you unlock Ribbon level 2 with a Pichu, you'll get the effects of Ribbon level 2 in addition to the effects of Ribbon level 1. Therefore, that particular Pokemon will get 3 effects from the Ribbon. Plus 1 to its carry limit from Ribbon level 1, plus an additional 2 carry limit, and 11% shorter helping frequency from the level 2 bonus. Thank you for checking out 7 Days of Announcements. We hope you enjoy the second half of the first Anniversary Fest. There's a lot to unpack there. So, we could just hang out here for a second. So that was kind of I was wondering, like, oh, its carry limit continues to increase 1 each rung, and then in the last one, but that means cumulatively, when you get a Ribbon level 4, that's 8 additional carry capacity. That's really great. If it happens to be unevolved, then it's going to get bumped by, and if it's a stage 1 of 3, it's going to be bumped up 25%. 12% if it's a level 1, so like Eevees are going to get a good bump out of that. Special profile icons, those are cool. It's always nice to get a little bit more customization. Sure, I'll be getting a couple of them just from some of the Pokemon that have been on the team each week in, week out. But yeah, that's cool. That they were mentioning this in prior maintenance and updates of like, these are things that we're thinking about doing. So there is certainly some really cool stuff coming with this ribbon feature. Yeah, like that extra carry element is going to be great for a lot of the ingredient Pokemon. Berry Pokemon, maybe not so much, but like the fact that some of them can work a little bit shorter, like the shorter span because they're unevolved, I think that could be beneficial and add some fun tweaks to what typically like, no, get it evolved. It has a bigger carry capacity. It moves faster. Well, now if it's moving at the same pace, just because you spent more time with it, is it really then better evolving it? Let's add some fun to the meta. Alright. Still, we'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know down in the comments below. How did you all sleep? 39, alright. Not so bad for the last night. Alright. Let's grab some ingredients and cook. It has been quite a good week of news. Getting a lot of good stuff very quickly, which is throwing me for a loop, because usually when these like larger patches come, thank you Blastoise, it comes when like, oh, we want to do this 6 months from now. It's like, alright, I got time to prepare, I guess. But no, this is like, yeah, these will be happening in like another 2 weeks. Oh, alright. And it is Sunday, so we got a nice big pot. And we've got 20% power. Or 20% extra tasty chance. We'll make flower gift macarons. I have not been able to make them all week. And I would like to make a little bit of progress on them. They're only level 18. Yeah. 108,000 dish strength. Yeah, throw a couple lower levels on there. Alright. That was like 8 more levels just on one dish. That's fun. Love to see that. Cool. So, definitely lunch, Master 15. I guess I can try, I mean, I've got enough ingredients to cook through the rest of the day. Might be fun to try to push for a new record. But while Snorlax is munching on them berries, last thing I want to do is just take a look through. Quaxley and Fuecoco from yesterday. Fuecoco, not shiny Fuecoco. Good. 83%. Can also get better into the 90s because Ingredient Finder M, just small sub-skill seed investment, does a lot of good. Especially because then the only other targets are also then Skill Trigger S to Skill Trigger M, Helping Speed S to Helping Speed M. Like, it can get better. So when I need sausage, there's something there. I do want to calculate, because this seems like a good apple factory, and get like some sausage in there as the filler. And Quaxley, so Sprigatito, I feel I've got two pretty good options. Quaxley, I've got kind of like one good option, and I'm not stoked. I mean, it's okay, because it's got soybeans as the main pull and some leeks, which is good. But I wouldn't also mind getting straight up soybean, soybean, soybean. So right now it seems like Quaxley is... Ooh, and I gotta make some room. Or buy some more space. We got another week coming. Done. Since it's gonna matter, I can go to a different campsite and that will kind of more tailor what I'm gonna see. I feel pretty good with the Sprigatitoes that I've got. And now I got a good Fuecoco. So it's really more Quaxley that I'm looking for more of. So I'm going to look through where the spawn pool is for these. Kind of help make up my mind of where I want to go. But I'm going to stew on it for the rest of the day to really think it through. But I think I might be heading to Cyan Beach just to pare things down to Fuecoco and Quaxley and just take Sprigatito out of the possibility. But that is what I have for this morning. Thank you so much for stopping by. Programming note, tomorrow will be a screen recording. I do unfortunately have to get out early in the morning, so I know it's not the most ideal, but I do like being able to at least get you daily videos, so that's the consolation there. Start a new week, new campsite, and the wrap-up of any last potential anniversary spawns. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let me know how your anniversary week's gone in the comments below, and I'll see you back tomorrow for some more sleep research. But until then, sleep well.